deployed.
Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Nique Chats, my magic and mostly mentalism review show. My name is Nick Tan, and on today's episode, I'll be chatting with you guys about Maverick by D. Christopher over at the 1914. So on today's episode, I'll be talking about something to do with your EDC, right? Your everyday carry. You know, it's kind of like all the rave right now, you know, on like magic forums, you know, on Facebook groups. I've also done a previous episode on this channel, right, just sharing with you guys about what I carry personally as well for my own EDC. So yeah, if you're interested, have a look at that. Do check out the episode on my channel. So some time ago, D. Christopher actually shared the idea of Maverick, all right, with me, you know, and at that point I was, you know, excited, you know, about it, obviously, because it's one of those little gadget things, you know, that all of us, you know, just get so excited about. But I did tell him, you know, that I did feel, you know, that it should have been spelt with an IQUE at the end. So if you have watched my channel for some time, you will know that, you know, I quite like the 1914. You know, I'm a big fan of the stuff that it put out, and I've done quite a number of episodes as well on my channel, all right, for, you know, quite a number of their products, you know, and D. Christopher has been, you know, really generous with me, you know, really supportive as well. So before anything else, just a big thank you to D for all his kindness and for his support on my YouTube channel. So let's talk about Maverick, all right? Maverick is an EDC pouch. So I've had this for quite a number of days now, and I will just, you know, just present all the information, you know, about the Maverick to you for you to make, you know, hopefully an informed decision, right? Because, well, it's not exactly, you know, a cheap kind of a pouch, right? I think it's going for like 65 pounds, you know, which works out to be about, I don't know, just over $80 US, right? So not exactly a cheap pouch, okay, but it was designed from the ground up for magic, all right, and mentalism. So, well, yeah, let's talk about it right now. So first of all, what do you get when you purchase Maverick? Well, it comes in this beautiful box, okay, a beautiful box in the signature 1914 style of packaging. Inside the box, you will find the link to the tutorial video. Okay, so on the tutorial video, again, very well shot, typical 1914 style, you know, and D. Christopher will be the one to take you through everything you need to know about the Maverick, how he designed it, why he designed certain things a certain way. He will talk about what he carries inside his own Maverick. There are some magic features built into this, so he takes you through that as well, and then he'll talk about a couple of routines to get you started performing with the Maverick, and then there'll be some closing thoughts as well towards the end of the video. So inside the box, okay, you will get a pouch. Okay, so this is, I don't know, it's something that the 1914 didn't have to include, okay, but I thought it was really nice for them to include something like that. It's just like a pouch that will house your pouch. So it's a pouch within a pouch. All right, so anyway, that is the pouch, okay, that keeps your Maverick, okay, and then that is the Maverick, okay. So I'll just show it to you guys as close as I can to the screen. You can see that there's a zip on one side, you know, that goes, you know, just some way around the unit itself. There are two sides to it, and obviously inside as well there are some other little components and compartments, okay, which I will talk about right now. So first of all, this is actually made of a material that I wasn't aware of its existence. You know, it's a material that it's called, I see if I can remember it, it sounds like a chemical name to me, all right, it's XPAC VX21, okay. It's apparently, okay, and I didn't know about this before, it's a material that they use to make the sails, you know, for sailboats, you know, so it's going to be really tough and really strong, right? So there are two colors of this very special XPAC VX21 material, all right, that is used to, you know, make the Maverick, okay. There's black and white as well. The white goes on the inside, okay, at some of the parts, which is quite helpful, okay, and I'll just briefly tell you why as well when we get there. So first of all, let's talk about the pockets, okay, that are on the outside of the Maverick, okay. So, well, first of all, the dimensions of the unit itself, okay, I think it's about like 12 centimeters tall by 10 centimeters wide, okay, thereabout, so you can get a rough idea of its size. On one side, okay, on this side over here, first of all, there will be a slot for a mini Sharpie. Okay, now I don't have a mini Sharpie, this is a regular one, but I will just slot this in there just to give you an idea of where the compartment is. Okay, so that compartment will take a mini Sharpie, okay, or a short kind of a pen, okay, for you mentalists out there who wish to get stuff written on billets and stuff like that. This is actually a little bit, well, it's quite fitting, I think, so I found it quite difficult to fit a Sharpie in and out. I don't know, when I get a mini Sharpie, I couldn't find one, but if I can find one, I might just, see if I can just fit it in there comfortably and carry it around. But for now, I carry my Sharpie separately, and I don't include a pen in there, okay? But there is a slot for you to keep a mini Sharpie if you wish. And then on this side over here, there are two working pockets. Okay, I'll hold this up to the camera. I'll use a playing card to illustrate. There's one on this side, okay, over here, and then a second one just a little further down. Okay, so two of them are working pockets and they are quite wide. Okay, I'll place just a playing card over there for comparison, so you can see that it will take full playing cards. So things like, packet tricks and stuff like that, not a problem. They will just slide right in. And then on the other side, all right, there are, well, some pockets which are hidden, and there's one that is like visible. So first of all, there is one here in the window. Okay, so this one, like an ID window of sorts, you can just keep other stuff inside here as well. I'll tell you what I keep inside my Maverick because it's filled out at this point in time. And then on this side, okay, there is a pocket here that is kind of hidden. Okay, I mean, you don't, well, you can use it, I suppose, to keep extra stuff, but it is actually a pocket that is used for the switch function of the Maverick, okay, because there is a kind of a switch function built into this. And then on the other side is the load chamber, okay, because you can also perform a billet to zippered pouch, I suppose, or a coin to zippered pouch, or a playing card even, all right, to this compartment over here. There is an interesting design in this, in that you can build an interesting slide, okay, or guide, if you will, because I think sometimes when we use such devices, right, such loading devices, there is always this issue about, you have a guide kind of ready, okay, in your pocket waiting there, and then when you have your card, yeah, and then when you go in, the guide is gone, right, because it has fallen in, right. There is a design in this that will keep the guide, the slide or the guide, right, in place until you choose to disengage it. Okay, so that was an interesting thing that I thought was built into this. Okay, so yeah, that is the outside of the pouch. Let's talk about what goes on the inside. So access to the inside of the pouch is via this zip. Okay, I'll just unzip that all the way around. I will just remove the pendulum, all right, because I've got a pendulum in there that will just kind of get in the way of the explanation. The zip goes up till this point here, all right, on this side of the pouch. It doesn't go all the way because otherwise, the pouch opens too wide. And I think in an earlier design of this, I think D didn't have it open like so wide up to this point as well. And I think this is great, that it goes down all the way, because it makes opening the pouch that much easier. Because if it just unzip to this point, then it's going to be a little bit tight to open up the pouch, right? But because the zip comes down all the way, it's really easy to open up the pouch, and you have access to whatever you need to have access to in there. So inside the main compartment, you have this large space. All right, I'll just remove this for the time being. I'll tell you what that is in a while. But this compartment here will take a full deck of cards. Okay, so you can fit a deck of cards in there and zip it up like this. Okay, so for those of you who use playing cards, you can keep one deck of cards in there. All right, they will fit in there. It's a little tight, but it will fit. Okay, on the other side rather, there is a compartment here. Now I'm not sure if you can see that. Okay, there is a compartment here that is separated with a kind of elastic material, really tough elastic material. This compartment you can use to keep other things. Okay. And also, it is the area that you will remove the object that you have kind of loaded in to the pouch. Okay, so if you've got a coin or a billet that you have secretly, loaded into the, the pouch, when you unzip it, it will come out from here. All right, so you produce the item from this compartment here. On the opposite side, okay, I won't show this to you, but I will describe it to you and you will know exactly what I mean. The same elastic material, okay, on this side over here, but inside here you will have your index. Okay, so it's a six-way index. Okay, and I've also filled it up with some stuff, and I'll share that with you as well. But yeah, that's the inside, all right, of the Maverick. Now, I did say that it was made up of two colors, right, black and white. I think that was a good kind of a choice because, I mean, we've all had this experience of kind of reaching to a wallet, opening it up, and then just looking in and seeing that it's really dark in there, right? But with the white, because inside, the pouch, some of the lining, inside the pockets are made of this white X-Spec VX21 material, okay? And so it makes it easier to see into the pouch, okay, when you are, opening it up and trying to, fish for stuff. But yeah, that is the pouch, and well, the routines that are taught on the video, I think there are like three routines. I'll just briefly kind of describe them to you. There is a kind of like a star sign, kind of a reveal. The effect is that, you get the spectator's star sign, all right, somehow, and then, you have the spectator choose an ESP card as well, okay? And then from inside the wallet, or the pouch rather, you unzip it and you will remove a piece of paper, all right? You can, show that there's nothing else in there. A piece of paper, you unfold the piece of paper, and the piece of paper says, like, today I will meet a Gemini, who will pick the star, all right? And the ESP symbol that they've picked is the star. There is a serial number divination. You have the spectator, take out a bill, they fold it up into eighths, all right, maybe. It is placed into the window compartment here. It is placed in full view. You take out a billet, you make some inscriptions, all right? You write some stuff down. You remove the bill from inside the window, open it up, have them look at the serial number, and you show them that you have written the exact same, serial number as well. And then there is also a kind of, well, I think it's called the lucky coin, all right? Where it's in effect where, you tell the spectator about, this coin that you picked up, in the morning perhaps, and you ask them, right, just for like a simple 2-digit number maybe, okay? And then along the way, some stuff and bits happen here and there. At the end, you unzip the pouch and you remove a coin from within, okay? And on it, all right, is inscribed, okay, the spectator's named 2-digit number. So D covers, a range of effects. Each of the routines uses each of the kind of features of the pouch, all right, of the Maverick, right? Namely the index, the load, as well as the switch, all right? So it gives you an application for each of the functions just to get you, kickstart your imagination so that you kind of know how to go about using them. Alright, so that's all I can say about the Maverick, right? I mean, nothing much to say. It's really well made. It feels really solid, okay? And I've had this just in my backpack like for a couple of days now, right? I thought it would be nice to just show you what I have inside, my Maverick, okay? So yeah, let's just briefly talk about it, right? So inside here, in the top pocket here, all right, I have a set of B-Wave, all right, from Card Shark, all right, so that goes in one of the pockets there. Inside the next pocket there, I have a set of 10 ESP cards, Okay, now you can use the cards from 1914, right, from the Eclipse deck. For this one, I just used, this is a set from Paul Canazzo, all right, called Travel ESP, all right. They pack really, really thin, so this is on the outside pocket. On the other side, over here in the window compartment, I have everyone's EDC item, all right, the Will to Read. Okay, so Steve Deller's Will to Read. I remade this card, so it's slightly larger. And then the page, well, I wasn't going to say this, but I'll say it anyway. The page, all right, I have actually redone it, okay, because, well, it still contains the will to read, the free will prediction effect, all right, but I have changed the words to be the words from Angelo Carbone's The End, all right, his book test, all right, so that custom made by me, all right, for my own use. Inside, all right, I have, as I mentioned earlier, the pendulum, all right, which I perform some bits of business with, and then on the other side, I have just a large yes/no coin. All right, I'm not sure if you can see that. Okay, it's just a yes/no coin, which I use for performing. There's a card effect that I perform with this. Okay, or you can use it for which hand kind of an effect as well. In the center compartment here, I have just, I don't know, 20 or so blank billets and another 10 or so of these it's custom printed billets which I use to perform another effect, all right, of some kind. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that you can do with this whole stack already. In the other side of the pouch, I have a set of these 8 envelopes, all right. These I use to perform an effect by Scott Creasy, all right, something that he calls the psychometric envelopes, which I really enjoy performing. And then finally on the other side, okay, I have the index filled up as well with some of these, all right. Now these are in fact lottery tickets, okay, lottery tickets, and this is an effect that I do from Mark Shandau. All right, it's a routine called Numbers. Okay, so I mean, I won't show you the rest of the stuff in the index, but basically that is all the stuff, okay, that I have in my Maverick, right? All of this coupled with a Sharpie, which I keep, separately, all right, in my backpack. Another deck of cards, which I keep in my backpack as well. I have my mobile phone with me as well. Okay, so I think that is quite a spread, isn't it? Right? That's quite a bit of stuff that I have with me, all right, to perform. And most of this stuff you would have seen already in my previous EDC video. But now, I mean, I'll just tidy up here as I talk a little bit, all right? Now, all of this really just fits into the Maverick, okay? So I have my envelopes over there, my lottery prediction effect that goes back over there, the coin that goes back over there, the stack of billets that go back into the middle compartment, the pendulum, which I fit in this way, all right? That goes in there like that. Will to read, okay, again, which goes on the outside window pocket over there. The ESP cards that go on the outside pocket there, and then B-Wave, which goes in the outside pocket here. All right, so all that stuff that you saw, all right, that I carry with me every day now fits into this, just like that. All right, and this can be just thrown into my backpack, and yeah, it just keeps everything nicely organized, I think. So I think one thing to kind of tell you guys about the Maverick, or to kind of warn you, I suppose, all right, is, well, yeah, it is kind of sold as a pouch for you to keep everything, but you don't have to cram everything inside, okay? I mean, as you saw, this already, the way I have packed it, packs quite a bit of stuff already. I mean, there's stuff that filled the whole table, right? You don't have to cram everything inside, I mean, you can keep a Sharpie separate, and then a pack of cards can, be in your backpack as well. It doesn't have to fit inside the pouch as well, So I think my point is, you don't have to fit everything inside, I mean, there's something else I do with a haunted key, and I can't get the key to fit inside. I mean, I can, but it's going to be a bit of a squeeze already, right? And then I think it kind of defeats the purpose of it, being neat, all right? So I keep the key separate as well, in my backpack. So yeah, while it does, have the ability to pack a lot of stuff, it isn't necessary to cram everything that you have inside the Maverick. In deciding whether to get this or not, you could, think about your style, because I think, if you look at it, it's quite a casual looking kind of a, pouch, all right? So it may or may not fit your style. Personally, for me, it's not something that I would, use to go like, table hopping or strolling with, all right? It doesn't kind of fit the image, right? But, I think for casual day-to-day situations, I would gladly just throw this into my bag and know that all the stuff I need, is in here. So before I go, I'd like to thank D. Christopher, all right, for letting me have a copy of Maverick so that I can chat about it with you guys on this show. If you'd like to pick up a copy of Maverick for yourselves, I will leave the link in the description box down below. So as always, guys, thanks for watching today's episode. I do hope you got something out of it, all right? So till the next episode, do stay safe, take care of yourselves, have fun with your magic and your mentalism, and I will see you on a future episode of Nique Tan Chats.